Okay. Hi folks, Mark Mac Young with Don Roley from the Colorado Springs Bujinkan. Today we're going to be talking about Japanese knife work, and one of the big questions is, what are the influences of the Tanto on Japanese knife work? So Don, what are the differences between, or the influences of the Tanto?
Well, there's quite a difference in the culture and the situation you would have as compared to, say, Southeast Asia and Japan, culturally, militarily, etc. Again, in most Southeast Asian countries, knife arts are peasant arts with a strong dueling honor culture.
Okay.
So two guys running around with knives, that's a tool. And if they face off someone like that, dueling was not uncommon with knives. So they are very good at that. Also, clothing. You got to take that into account that, in winter in Japan, you wear heavy clothing.
It's close. Yeah.
Yeah, think of bomber jacket. Or,
okay.
But the Japanese arts a lot of the Japanese arts are military based.
Okay.
So you're thinking at least armor. And again, with swords, you go at each other with swords and armor, but a lot of times the armor will stop it.
Yeah.
And that basically means that if I'm charging at you and you're charging at me and we both hit and neither one of us hits each other, all of a sudden, boom, we're here at what I call halitosis range. A lot of the Japanese would have a tanto right here at that case. The sword's in the way, so they start, and they pull it out and they start going to work. So, if you're in a situation, a culture where, it's the tropical year long, you're not going to see heavy clothing.
Right.
And it's going to be a very good chance of dueling somebody to, slash a wrist, first blood.
Right, so we work first to first blood.
Right, and then honor is settled. That's going to settle a lot of slashes and a lot of staying out of range. With the armor, you're going to have to get a lot closer, start manipulating him, make sure that he can't attack you close in. Very different. A lot of trapping, a lot of controlling the person in Japanese martial arts, and again, if you're in a dueling culture, then first blood's fine. If your dueling culture involves swords, that when you pick the knife, you're basically in a situation where, like, you dropped your knife or your sword, or you can't use a sword close in. It's all the way in. It's do or die. There's a saying that my Japanese teacher once told me about grasping a wasp. If you have to grasp a wasp, then you either grasp it so completely that it can't turn its sting around and sting you, or don't bother at all.
Right. So in other words, it's more committed.
Right.
It's a definite, you're going in, you're going to take the guy out, and you're going to finish it.
Right.
So what I saw there is that you're using the point. Now, the Roman general who said, you wound with the edge, you kill with the point, is something that I've looked into and discovered that, historically, most bodies on the field were found with stab wounds that what killed them, they'd recovered from slashes a lot.
Right. But you got to understand that stabbings was a hell of a lot, very difficult, very difficult to actually recover from.
Right.
You hit the liver and basically you're going to bleed out.
Yeah.
Unless you get a really good situation. So yes, killing does not mean stopping.
Right. Right. There's a difference there, and that's where you control the guy. So these arts are actually more closer done. They're done in closer. They're much more holding and trapping, and less dueling distance.
Right. So again, if I stabbed you, I do not assume that you're going to die. I basically will. I'm not going to take this off.
Right.
Basically, I'd be here like this, and then I just keep doing this until you're ready to drop. Because if I just stab you like this, and then pull it back out,
I can do that.
Exactly.
So you want to remove my ability to attack, and that's one of the elements that you guys teach and focus on, that you show this.
Right. Very,
very important in survival trap.
Right. Some people think the karate is Japanese. Technically it is, but I like to refer to Okinawa as the Hawaii of Japan in terms of different cultures. It is a tropical area. So karate came from Okinawa. So their way of fighting with a lot of blows or stuff like that, the stuff from mainland Japan developed into jiu-jitsu, which is, of course, less strikes, and more throws, locks, and stuff like that.
Right.
Again, this whole armor thing.
But also making sure the guy can't hurt you.
Right. Get into a safe place, take away his ability to kill you, and then make his wife a widow.
I think I may have heard that before. Anyway, thank you, folks. Don Roley, Colorado Springs Bujinkan.